the lupercalia and nudity. So I've done a video on this previously, and as I mentioned, I've done a podcast episode on it as well. One of the most prominent, pun intended, things about the lupercalia was that the people doing it were naked. Why did you have these young men running around naked in the procession? Why exactly? What's the reason for that? Well, the answer seems to be, no one really knows. In fact, the sources aren't exactly clear. In fact, they even sort of pass that question on, and I'll explain why. To understand this further, it's worth considering where the lupercalia fixed within the whole mythology of Rome's foundation. So you have Romulus and Remus, the twins. Romulus obviously founds Rome. They were doing a few things prior to founding Rome, and in fact one of them was being in the lupercalia. Both Livy and Dionysius of Halicarnassus have them active in the lupercalia, and it's at this event where something quite important happens. In fact, they're ambushed and Remus is captured. Now, there are different variations of this, but both have the lupercalia as when this occurred, and both say that they were naked and just participating as you would. And so that way, it sort of gets passed on. No one's really understanding why these people are naked running around. They just say, well, it was always the way. It was even the way back then, before, Rome was founded. That said, Caius Caecilius does have a crack at it. He suggested that the twins decided to pursue cattle rustlers, and then they were ambushed, and they did so stripping off, so they weren't impeded by sweat. Not sure that would work in court. Both Livy and Dionysius of Halicarnassus both talk about how the lupercalia was imported. It was imported from Arcadia in Greece, and there's something I could probably do on that in a separate video, because there's an interesting wolf cult crossover going on, I think, there. In any case, it's something which predates Rome. The nudity really isn't understood, which sort of goes against the modern understandings of how things happen. We are very good at documenting why this is and why that was, but by the imperial period of ancient Rome, no one kind of knew. They were just, that's the way it was. Here are some people running around naked. That seems totally fine.